So we have an amazing dentist. It's here, actually one of the best holistic dentists that I've ever met. She came from London. You know where she came from? She wanted to get coffee. From the UK. She came for the coffee because it's not quite in the UK yet. But I'm going to call you out. So Dr. Marina Carew. But it was about 3 years ago that we got to hang out the first time.
Yeah.
So imagine being an amazing holistic dentist, that you understand the impact that mercury has on the body and how you have to get this stuff out. You've been trained better than most, and you get to work on people's mouths, take care of these issues, and be really, really good at it. And then one day, in just a freak car accident, you lose half of your thumb, and you can't practice anymore.
No, that happened first.
Give that microphone to this woman.
I was a normal dentist.
Oh, you were normal? You've never been a normal dentist. Talk into that microphone.
And then 26 years ago, after I had my fourth baby, I had a car accident. And I lost a bit of my finger and thumb in the accident, my right hand. And I was told I'd never work again. And I thought, I bloody well will. Sorry. And it took me 7 months to get back to work. But in that time, I started to go on courses that I would never have done otherwise. Dr. Klinghardt, I don't know if any of you know Dr. Klinghardt, did a lot of his work. So I met him about 25 years ago. And I decided I would get back to work as a dentist. And I did. I had a lot of operations on my hand. But I got back to work and I changed my practice and I learned about holistic dentistry. And then I got divorced and had lots of money worries and ended up losing everything. And I stopped working 6 years ago. And then 3 years ago, I met Sandy in England. And Sandy said to me, do you want to try these detox drops? And I said no, because I've done all the detox stuff with Dietrich, nothing worked. But he nagged me, so I tried them, and they changed my life.
In what way?
First of all, I started to sleep through the night, because I was very mercury toxic. I was a dentist and I spent many years putting amalgam in because I didn't know any better. Of course, as soon as I did Dietrich stuff, I stopped. And I was taking them out for patients. I was very mercury toxic and I took the detox drops and then up to Clean Slate. And within the first week, I was sleeping through the night, which I hadn't done for years. But the downside was I was waking up every morning with the stinkiest armpits on the planet. And I thought, I must be detoxing. After about 10 days, thank goodness, that stopped. And I started to have more energy, I felt more positive, I just felt great. So I started to tell people about it. It was never my intention to get involved on the business side. I didn't even want to take the drops in the first place. But they did such an amazing job for me. I gave all my children, who were grown up at the time, a bottle each and said, try this. I gave a friend of mine a bottle, and she'd lost everything, and she couldn't afford to buy a bottle. But I gave her a bottle, and it changed her life, my children. And now I'm earning more money than I did as a dentist. I'm enjoying my life. I am seeing things completely differently, whereas we were always, it was always a case of tell people get their amalgams out, but some people can't afford it, and I don't actually think it's a good idea for everyone, because there are problems. When you take out an amalgam, the nerve could die. If the nerve dies, then what do you have? A root treatment? They're not good for you either. If you have the tooth extracted, What do you replace it with? If you don't replace it, will it affect your bite, your airway, your posture? So I now tell everybody, think very carefully about before you have your amalgams taken out. Get on Clean Slate and get your immune system built up. My mum is German, she's 85, and she has a mouthful of amalgams, she has a couple of root treatments, and she's as strong as an ox. So that tells me that it's all about your immune system and getting your body as healthy as possible, and that's where all these products come in to help your patients, get them really, just cleaning out all the rubbish and then putting in the stuff to regenerate and help the body supporting and healing. Then you don't need to have all your alarms changed. You don't need to have all this expensive work done that might lead to other problems. And like I said, it's changed my life because I see things differently. I have some wonderful dogs. I have 3 dogs and they get all the products. My family get all the products, and I'm just so grateful to all of you. Kate and Christina, what can I say? I've just changed my life.